Hey ladies, it's Mocha Mommy here bringing you another video. And in this video, I just wanted to talk to you ladies about some of the things that I've been seeing that here on YouTube that are sort of breaking my heart. I have my tea here. It's we're having a little bit of a cold snap here in Texas, and these are things that are just kind of they're breaking my heart because I'm seeing so many amazing, great opportunities out here for us as Black women. And although I'm getting encouraging stories and hearing these encouraging stories from Black women, I still am very heartbroken by some of the things I'm hearing online. Excuse me, and some of the things I'm seeing in my real life that are just making me sad because I want so much for you ladies to have the best of everything. And sometimes I feel as if, I don't know, I wonder if like the fear and the anxiety, they're very, very real. But they're not something that you can overcome. And I just want to give you ladies that encouragement going into 2023, that just because things out here present an uphill battle doesn't mean that that hill is not worth climbing. And it doesn't mean that you can't reach the summit or the mountaintop of where it is you're going. So I definitely am going to put a lot of effort into making sure that you ladies are getting the best and most positive and uplifting content, not just in 2023, but just from this day forward. I know I declared this a dust-free December, and I think I'm just going to kind of stick with that theme a little bit longer, simply because I think discussing these, celebrity issues, I'm not good at like extrapolating a lesson from like celebrity issues. And also too, I just feel as if you talk about a celebrity and there's a lesson to be learned, people may not watch the video because that story is over, that story's over. And even though I think there's a very pertinent issue right now, I'll probably talk a little bit about Adidas in this live, but if the issue isn't current, then the lesson that I have for you, you won't hear it because you won't listen to it because it's not a current event anymore. So that's just kind of why I stay away from it. But there was just a point of concern, and it was just something that I noticed. And even though this is Austin, it's a pretty diverse city, and it's one of the most woke cities, especially the most woke city here in Texas, right? The World Cup was here. The World Cup just passed, right? My youngest daughter is still there with her friends and her group. My oldest daughter, she had other plans. But I just, I just saw how I had talked to you ladies about in the past how 54% of all of the international visas, right, that were given to students were given to men. I had also talked about how it seems as if when it comes to skilled labor overall, it looks as if that labor might be coming from other countries. Like I know like my husband and his company in cybersecurity, he has 3 openings on his team. One of them went to a guy from British Columbia, and the other one went to a guy from Monaco. And I think that labor is just going to be, the Dreamers Act. I told you about that years ago, and that's when Barack Obama was president, I think. How many of them were going into the skilled trades? These were first generation immigrants. And so knowing that the late labor is just skilled labor, college education, is turning so international, right? Here's the World Cup, and Black women, y'all were like in the house talking about Dusties. It made me sad. Like, I think there is a part of you ladies, part of you who wants a better life, right? There's a part of this, clearly you're in this space because you want a better life. You want more stable family, better economic conditions. That's why you're here, right? But then I go and check my phone or look at my notifications, and I'm seeing like really important cultural events happening. And the chat is full of Black women. The chat is full of Black women. And, I know there was one content creator who I really enjoy. I love his content. He was, I came up on his panel and I had said something, and he said something along the lines of, "Oh, whenever you're here, you've got to come up. You've got to come up." And I'm like, "Well, it's baseball season, so I'm not going to be around much." And I wasn't saying it to him, but I was kind of talking to the women in the chat, like, "What y'all doing?" Like, I know some of y'all are in these markets where the fellas are out, and y'all in this chat talking about some dusties who don't pay their child support or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I just thought that was real interesting. Like, there's definitely you ladies who want the better life. You want a better life, and you're here because you want a better life. And I may be preaching to the choir, because I feel as if a lot of my subscribers, I'm very blessed because I get all kinds of great positive stories from you. In fact, one woman sent me a TikTok. I can't wait to share with you guys. It was really great. So I think, yeah, it just makes me realize, like, okay, there's a deeper issue, and we may need some building up. We may need some encouragement and edification. Seeing a lot of young women who I've seen come through our hospital system, come through, I went from one part of our hospital system to another, and I'm part of our diversity and training and hiring board, and how many Black women who I know are qualified to accommodate our growth and to be leaders, and really talking to them, and they're kind of like, nah, I don't want to deal with people. I don't want to deal with this thing. I don't want to be. And so it's like, okay, so there really is going to have to be some kind of edification when it comes to teaching them leadership and management skills, right? I was very blessed to spend a lot of my young adult life in the United States Army, where I did have some leadership training. And so clearly that has to be the next level, like conflict resolution. And so right now I'm reading the book, How to Deal with Difficult People. And I'm also reading The Awesome Human Project, because I think that we were, that's great. That's great. And that you got your daughter watching. Congratulations to you, Flan. So that's a good one. That's a good one. I'm grateful that you were out, but there definitely is a percentage of us, a concerning number of us, that are dealing with some level of fear, social anxiety, some sort of self-defeated type of mindset, where perhaps they're not socializing, but kind of spending a little bit too much time, excuse me, I'm drinking my tea, but spending a little bit too much time, focused on the past. And I want to change that narrative. And I'm not expecting it to happen tomorrow. And I don't expect that a live stream or a YouTube video is going to change that. But I do want to educate and empower you ladies with information that can help you. And oh, that's very sweet. That's very sweet. Thank you very much, Selfish Love. And I know that you are always there rooting for the Astros, even when I'm not. So thank you very much, Selfish Love, for that comment. And there have been so many positive, encouraging stories, but there are stories of anxiety, and there are stories of insecurity. And I want to do my best to give you ladies the resources to deal with that. Because I feel as if, there are content creators who are great, and I make it a point to to collaborate with them, because I feel like they're giving you ladies really great information. They're putting their stuff out there and they're leaving receipts so that I can look it up and then I can bring that to you. They're secure in who they are. They're successful at what they do. And I want you ladies to have that access to that information. So stay tuned to my community tab, because there's a lot of awesome content creators that are doing great things, even if they're not in this algorithm, right? They might be in the business owners algorithm, or they might be in the homemaker space, or they may be in the faith-based space, or they may be in the esoteric space, but they have a lot to offer. And so stay tuned to my community tab. I've also been noticing too, like, I'm putting stuff out there that I'm noticing that the successful people in my circle or the successful people in my job are doing, and I'm passing that on to you too. Like, there's a lot of Robert Greene and Lewis Howes kind of going around, James Cleary, a lot of the books that they write and the theories a lot of that is going around in these professional circles. And I just want you ladies to be aware of that too, because a lot of you are going to find that, hey, Mocha Mommy has just mentioned that, or hey, and it just will help you break out of the box. I'm also noticing now too that, go on, and I said this a while ago, that chickens are the new flex. Self-sufficiency is just becoming so incredible. And it's like, I was watching one of the bigger YouTubers on the other side of YouTube, where my other channel is. And he was talking about mustard greens. I'm like, how long have Black people been in this country growing, eating, cooking, and preparing? Because they were talking about just the reality of what's happening with the United States, our food supply, how a lot of these countries are starting to manipulate the seed storing system that the USDA uses, that we're going to have to start becoming a little bit more self-sufficient, especially when it comes to seed and varieties. And I made it a point to get a collaboration deal with a Black woman who does have a seed farm, because we're going to start needing seeds. That's going to be an issue. And how we may have to start growing things that are a little bit out of the ordinary, like, because we may not always have, avocados from Mexico or green peppers from certain parts of the world because of weather, politics, blah, 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 all kinds of issues. So they were kind of talking about mustard greens and how resilient they are and how blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how long have we Black folks been eating this? You know what I mean? And they were, and he was actually looking in the comment section for, how do you guys cook these? How do you guys eat? Like, what? You know what I mean? In a pot with some hot water and a big old piece of, with a big old piece of smoked meat in it. We know how to do this stuff, and how there is so much value in what it is there's so much value in what it is How many people are coming from other countries who are wondering what to do and where to buy these curly hair products because they're not familiar with it, because they're from Egypt or Morocco or blah, blah, blah. Like, girl, come on, let me take you to this beauty supply. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on now. Like, we have so many resources that other people who are on a level up journey can benefit from. I don't know if you ladies saw, I'm going to probably put on my community tab as well. Jim Auntie has 4 billion with a B, billion TikTok views. Jim Auntie. She was on Good Morning America. And she's everything that the manosphere says that we could never be. She's an overweight Black woman who wears synthetic hair. And she has 4. Listen, I don't even say his name, but Kevin Samuels could never. He could never. But Jim Auntie is bringing so much encouragement to so many people on her wellness and fitness journey. Right? So I'm just saying, like, y'all, we have so many opportunities in this self-imposed exile that we're flexing on. And I remember, I was sad about Shanquilla Robinson. It made me think of the fact that I have young adult daughters who are going to be traveling, without me because she's an adult now, and that is scary. It's scary, and I am scared. But in reality, I know that she needs this experience. There are millions of young adults who leave this country every day and come back safely. And I know that she needs this experience. So I can't, hold her back, and I want what's best for her. Like I want what's best for all of you. And ladies, I just want you to, and I have to say back to Selfish Love's comment, I've been using Meetup a lot too. And I've found a lot of people who are chicken coop owners and who are going to be great for as I grow my side hustle out. Meetup has been fantastic because so many people, again, I can be a resource. I can be a blessing to them with what it is I know. And yeah, it's been good. And I'm so looking forward to this spring. You would not believe just the connections that I've made. And I know that even though if I don't get a best friend out of it, and I know that, like Jim Auntie, she didn't get like a romantic partner out of it. But, she is in there with a personal trainer who's very easy on the eyes, and she looks great. And so many people. And because of this trainer who kind of bought Jim Auntie on his platform has blown up. Jim Auntie has blown up. You could sort of tell, you can sort of tell that I have a link to My World's page on my last interview review video, so definitely check her out. You can sort of tell that, it's not us, right? It's not us. It's not us that's supporting Jim Auntie. It's other people. And that's why I want you ladies to know that support is out there. There are people who are out there rooting for you. And yes, things are challenging. And yes, not everybody's in your corner. But for the people who are, it really makes it worth it. So many of you ladies do have the opportunity for a promotion, but maybe you don't have the communication, the conflict resolution, the organization skills to take it. And let's work on building that together. I'm learning this stuff too. I'm learning this stuff too. I'm going to have to learn some things. Yeah, I'm going to put it there. Jim Auntie. Yeah, Jim Auntie. Ladies, views in the billions. People like her. People love her. And I just wanted you ladies to have that encouragement. And I just want to say, like, it's out there for you. And I understand the fear, and I have compassion for the fear. And I've made videos on fear and social anxiety because it's very, very real. And I don't want to minimize or diminish it. Okay. I understand that. I don't want to diminish the fact that so many of you have been through things that I couldn't even imagine, and you've overcome to the level that you're at. But in the next level of your level up, I just want what's best for you. I want you to have that amazing support system. I want you to have friends around you, even if they're just A to E relationships, that that you can call someone if there's an emergency or you need a favor, or something challenging can happen, because the challenging things are going to be happening in this new economy, that you just have a support system. That's all. And that's what I want for you. And so many of you guys, are doing things. And Marie Baker, check her out. She just had a poll on her community tab about should she try online dating, or what is her thoughts on online dating. And I really feel at this point, online dating is sort of like a necessary, right? It's necessary. So even if you don't find the love of your life on it, the skills you build, I know that there was that one woman, her TikTok went viral where she went out with a black man and then went out with a white man. Went out with a black man who was very, well, God bless her, but she felt intimidated when she went out with the white guy. And here's the thing. I was like, that's a great learning experience, because even if you didn't like that guy, he showed you the restaurants and the happy hour spots that will attract that caliber of man. So even if you don't like the guy, you know what I mean? You're learning a little bit more about the single scene in your area. And so that's why I kind of think and also too, just developing your conversational skills. It's real easy. At least if you know you're online dating and you kind of fumble the conversation, at least you know you ain't fumbling the bag, because most online dating guys are not, they're not all that. They're a means to an end. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I remember my older sister, when she was trying to get good at golf, that's exactly what she did. She went date online, because this way, when, the big golf tournament that draws all the physicians in her area, she was already good. She already knew the right things to say. Because she made the mistakes in front of the online guys, right? She made the mistake in front of them. So by the time you get, because she has her own consulting business, her own medical consulting firm. So by the time she's looking for new clients and new partners and investors, she's already good at the game, because she was going to the driving range and to the different golf courses around the area with guys that she was meeting on online dating. And she knew all the lingo. She knew where the right equipment. She knew which courses to be where. Like, some dude taking you, he might be a little bit cheap, so he takes you on a Thursday, but finding out that Sunday is the day where all the balls are out. You know what I mean? Like, she learned a lot from that experience. My girlfriend Kenya, she has a boyfriend now. And don't all this successful woman hitting the wall, blah, blah, blah. She's in her 50s. And she has a very, very, very accomplished man, a black man too, at that. Black and Pacific Islander. He a big dude. There's a whole lot of him. he's a big dude. I'm like, Dad, you got the biggest one you could find. That's what I joke about her with. Like, you got the biggest one you could find. He's black and Pacific Islander. So she has a boyfriend. She's fine, Craig was dating my friend Kenya. And I think with their separate ways, I think they were together for like 2 years. She said she'd do it again. She said she would do it again. She met my friend Kenya, got divorced, met a guy online. Well, we'll start doing online dating. Didn't like it, was telling one of the little league, the football moms, the Pee Wee League football moms, that she was dating online and was hating it. And they're like, oh, did you know the coach was single? And coach ended up dating Kenya, and they were together almost 2 years. So, she said she would definitely do online dating again. And they didn't end on bad terms. It was just schedules and kids and life, they're he's not a small man. I will say that. And I will also say that he is very generous when it comes to when we went out to eat, like as a family. Like, he's like, oh, no, I got this. And he was not shy. He's a generous guy, big dude. I just said that. I was like, you got the biggest one you can find. My husband and Craig still talk because Craig, he's a firefighter, and he also has a side hustle, and we've had to use his help a couple times going through our home renovation. So yeah, he still is around. He's still around. But yeah, it is sad. It is sad we don't hang out as much as we used to, because he's not dating my friend anymore. But he has come through for us, because he does have a side hustle, like a lot of firefighters do. Um, but yeah, I just want you ladies to know that um, there's some fantastic opportunities out here for you, and the new flex of this self-imposed exile, it I don't think it's best for us. And that, I'm going to be doing like, check on my community tab. I'm going to be doing Money Mondays and, of course, still Self Care Sundays. And then, of course, we need to definitely read some books. Never Eat Alone. That is the book that Black Woman Making Money. Check out her channel. So yeah, check out her channel. And I think that book, Never Eat Alone, and her monkey branching live also is about like how to socialize. So yeah, okay, that's very true. That's very true. Senior citizens and people over 50 are fine in love all the time, you know. And I just wanted to let you ladies know, you know, I'm just putting things on there to help you ladies with, because it seems as if a lot of people are talking about how millionaires are made during a recession. That's something I'm constantly hearing. And so something's got to be done as far as our financial literacy. We got to kind of get our money up in 2023. So yeah, I just really want to encourage you that this whole flex of this self-imposed exile, because people are getting hurt or relationships are breaking up, it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. There still is opportunity. I don't think it's necessarily about the fairy tale, but so much about the journey. So I just want you ladies to just know that there's going to be a lot of encouraging and edifying content. And I just want you to know that I know we say this all the time, that you're worthy, but how can we get you to believe it and embody it? And I know that so many of you are like, oh, look at this drag, look at this drill. I'm gonna send this to my niece. I'm gonna send this to my cousin. I'm gonna send this to my sister. I'm gonna send this to my neighbor. And that's awesome. That's awesome that you want them to be enlightened. But I think the best thing to do, honestly, is just live your best life and then have them ask. I appreciate my content being shared. I do. I do. In all honesty, I do. I appreciate when people share my content. But what I love more is when Black women have these amazing experiences and they share those amazing experiences. And then other Black women are like, hey, I can do that too. Hey, I can accomplish this too. Hey, I'm looking to have that experience as well. And I'm inspired by what she has accomplished or what she experienced. So that's what I really want for you ladies. So I'm just going to end this live and just let you know that there's going to be a lot of, hey, True Mystique, you have to email me. I'm so interested in what's going on with your business. True Mystique is an artist and business owner here on YouTube. Definitely check out her channel. But yeah, for sure. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy because I wanted to. I don't know if I have the talent to get into the sports blogging, kind of like some of the people who contacted me said I should do, because it's a lot of work, right? But if I could get a couple of like Black women in baseball live streams, I think that would be so fun. And not to mention, like, it surprises me the people who watch those, like the people who contact you on the back end when Black women talk about baseball. You're gonna find that extremely interesting. I got put in a focus group. I got put on a Facebook Live, because people like the way we talk around the game, right? Like saying stuff like, I'll give you an example. I'm supposed to get off this live, but I'll give you an example. Like, if somebody gets struck out, I'm like, go home, think about your life. Like, go back to the dugout, think about your life. Or it was like, oh, so listen to your mama, went to accounting school. You got struck out, People think that's hilarious. People think that's so hilarious. Like, and I feel like y'all ain't never heard nobody say that before. I feel like my aunties used to say that. My mom used to say that. Be like, go back to the dugout and think about your life. Like, I feel like that's something Black women say. And I have another Black woman TikToker. I will share that TikTok with you ladies, who was at hockey, was saying stuff like that about the coach on the other team. And I was like, oh yeah, girl. She didn't realize that if Papa Don't Take No Mess was a person, it is the coach of the Carolina Hurricanes. Listen, if Papa Don't Take No Mess was a person, but yeah, I mean, I'll make sure I share that video because that video was hilarious. It was so funny, and I'll make sure I put it up. And it was fun to see her have a good time. Yeah. DeGrom is no longer with the Mets. You know, I had to think positive about it because, he came down here to Texas where I am. So I'm going to be there to see him on the mound. I will buy the jersey. I'm very happy that he gets to play in the air conditioning. And that was the joke that I was saying. Like, Jacob DeGrom came down here to play in the air conditioning because, Global Life Stadium is air conditioned and it's beautiful. So, yeah. I'm going to miss Jake, but I'm excited about Justin. I'm excited about Justin going to the Mets. I'm excited about that, So I'm excited about the guy that they got from Japan, the guy they got from the Nippon League in Japan. I'm excited about him too. And so ladies, don't be asking me what these Asian men at. They playing baseball, y'all. Their fans is coming out. Their fans come out. But yeah, I'm excited for March to come around. I'm excited about all the trade rumors, and I'm working on a sports short now about all the trades and all that stuff. And I've got some highlights coming. So yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun season. Yeah. See, and that's the thing I told my daughters, like, because they grew up going to Minute Maid, right? Because they're huge Astros fans. Part of my oldest daughter's quinceañera was at Minute Maid, where the Astros play, and that's a dome and it's air conditioned. And I was like, you are not a real baseball fan. Baseball back in my day, when I was at Shea Stadium, we had to sit on benches and it would be hot and our Cracker Jacks would melt and it would come out in a big old block because you couldn't just take one because the toffee had melted. And that was real baseball, when it's hot outside and your team is not playoff caliber, but you're still there anyway. You know what I mean? Like those old school stadiums. Now these air conditioned stadiums with the concierge seating where you don't got to stand online at the concession stand. You know what I mean? That's their experience with baseball. A playoff caliber team, so you can see them anytime during the year because they got more games because they didn't get eliminated. You don't know what it's like. And it was funny when I finally took them to Camden Yards and they sat in that heat to watch that team lose. I'm like, this is baseball. I had to teach them. Yeah, but I mean, it was fun. It was fun. But hey there, you should check out Chavis Greener's channel. He has a couples faith-based channel. So he has really got some good advice. And his wife is really sweet. So definitely check it out. Oh yeah, rain or rain delays when you stuck there with that plastic poncho on, hoping that they still roll up that tarp. Yeah, come on, Jassy Budgets. Yes, girl. Yeah, that's real baseball. Not this air-conditioned stuff with the concierge seating that my daughters are used to. Oh, bougie sports. Oh, bougie sport. We got a bougie now. Oh, man. Yeah, so definitely check his channel out. But ladies, I just wanted to say that just look forward to some encouraging, edifying content. Yeah, girl. Yeah, I went to that Global Life once. Yeah. I did see that. And it was funny because we were watching it on the TV and my husband was flipping back and forth because he'll watch it because he knows I'm there and and he's respectful. My mother-in-law's in town. He's respectful. So he'll watch it on Fox, but then he'll switch to Telemundo to watch it in Spanish because he feels that the Spanish commentators are better than the English commentators. But so we were going back and forth between both channels, and him and my oldest daughter watching. My youngest daughter, she went watching it with some boy. Well, it's her boyfriend. I knew this boy for a while. He's a good little boy. And then she asked me to do her hair. And she was like, "Oh, can you do my hair?" And this is the second time she's watched the game with his family. And she asked me to do her hair. And I'm like, okay. I was like, is this boy worth 2 hours under the dryer? But but not my mom. So what can I say? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. I like the fans. And first of all, St. Louis, oh man, they broke my heart this season. I mean, they did such a great job in the NL Central. I mean, they got eliminated by the Phillies, which I didn't expect. But y'all had Paul Goldschmidt, y'all had Nolan Arenado, y'all. It was the last season for Pujols. It was the last season for Yadier Molina. I just expected better. Right? I don't know. Oh man, man. Yeah, yeah. It is loud. It is loud. It's loud. I'm not gonna say they, but I don't know. I can't say they were bad. It was the game was exciting, so I mean, I had a good time. I had a good time watching it. It was interesting. We had to wake up 8:30 in the morning to watch it. But it was worth it. It was a great match. I had a good time, and I've just been seeing too that our city has been great about it. Our city has been fantastic about it, and I just want to see more of us out there having those great experiences. So that's it. That's what I want for you ladies. Great experiences. And because you're so worthy of it. And I understand that there's danger in this world, but there's also fun. I understand that there are shady people, but there are also great connections. So definitely check it out. Definitely check it out. Yeah, I'm an Albert Pujols fan too, and hopefully he'll, when he goes to the Hall of Fame, I think there'll be a lot more stuff out there. So yeah, and I say when because it's inevitable. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. But yeah, ladies and Chavis, you all have a great afternoon, and just know that I'm rooting for you. I'm going to be sending a lot of encouragement your way, prayers your way, and just know that I want 2023 to be a memorable year for good reasons. And that's the hope. That's the hope. We say that every season. All right, you ladies have a good afternoon. I'll see you in the next video. Oh, thank you, Themis. Thank you very much. But just know that, hey, ladies, just look forward to a lot of encouraging content in 2023 from this day forward. All right, have a good afternoon.